Hey y'all, welcome back to At Home with Gigi. I'm Gigi and this is Meals in Minutes, easy recipes for busy moms and working women. Today I'm going to show y'all a quick and simple way to turn everyday ingredients into a delicious family meal in no time. So let's get cooking. Okay, so tonight we're going to make smothered hamburgers along with garlic mashed potatoes, cheddar cheese biscuits, and a spinach salad. So let's get the biscuits going now because we got to have time for that oven to heat up. So let's get that going and I'll get right back with you. Hold on a second. Okay, so I've got my oven. It's preheating to 450 right now. I've taken a sheet pan and I've put some parchment paper in it. Now I'm going to mix 2 cups of biscuit. Let me turn this so you can see what I'm doing here. Okay, I'm going to take 2 cups of biscuit. All right, that's 2 cups right there. I'm going to dump it in this bowl. And then I'm going to take 1/2 cup of shredded cheese. And dump it in the bowl. And then I'm going to add 2/3 cup of milk. Find the 2/3 part. It's hard to read on this cup. Or is this on the other side? I think that's it right there. Just double check. Yep, 2/3 cup right there. So I'm just going to mix that all in together with a spoon. That was biscuit. I've seen that before. We're going to also use that when we're making the smothered hamburgers. But right now I want you to see this is kind of a thick batter here. Almost makes me think it needs a little bit more milk. It says drop by spoonfuls. I don't think I can drop that. So I'm going to add another little bit, maybe another 1/4 cup of milk there. So 2/3 and 1/4, what would that be? Y'all figure it out. Anyhow, you just do it until it's the right consistency where you can kind of drop them onto the parchment paper here. So you can see this is getting a lot better. It's still thick, but you know, it's expected to be a little thick because it's got all that cheese in there too. So, all right, so now I'm just gonna get my little scooper thingy out and scoop them out. You can do it with a couple of spoons, you know, a big spoon, you use another spoon to push it out, but this just makes it easy. Just drop them out like this. You can see that batter's still firm, but it's soft enough that I can drop it out like that. And this makes enough that we can have some for dinner, and then tomorrow morning you could have some for breakfast for your family. So I know breakfasts are always busy times for working moms and women, just in general, when you're got to rush off to work. Sometimes it's like just grab a bowl of cereal, you know. But having a biscuit, and if you already had some ham or bacon ready, or sausage, that would be good with the biscuit. So you can see it makes a pretty good mini here. As you can see, I didn't put you all the way in here with you. Anyhow, it's made quite a few here. So as soon as that says that it's ready, we're gonna move right over and put these in the oven. But now I want to get started with the meat, so let me get that set up. Okay, ladies, so now, oh, my lighting is in the wrong space. Well, I'm not gonna stop, because I know that y'all be cooking in a hurry, so I'm cooking in a hurry. Okay, so you can buy your mushrooms already sliced, or you can buy them whole like I have, or you can use canned mushrooms for this. Whatever is quickest and easiest for you and that you think your family will enjoy. So I also have a Vidalia onion. Sometimes it might pay you to go ahead and slice up a bunch of onions at the beginning of the week if you're going to be doing recipes that you know, you'd be using a lot of onions, because then you could you know, just do it really quickly. So I'm just going to slice these in like half circles like this. So, and I'm going to toss them right over here in this pan that I'm going to, it's just a skillet, and I'm putting some olive oil in there with it. Just maybe a couple of tablespoons of olive oil. So I'm chopping all this onion up. I'm just going to separate it out into the little half rings. No, you can't see what I'm doing, I'm sorry. I get going and forget to turn the camera down. Sorry about that. So now I've got these all over here in the skillet. Turn that on. Let it get going. I'm going to chop up these mushrooms. Just slice them. I've already washed them. And I take the stems off, but you know, some people don't. Just going to put those in there. If your family doesn't like mushrooms, just leave them out. If they don't like onions, you could leave the onions out and just have brown gravy. Because what we're doing is we're going to saute these up till they're soft, and then quickly add in some brown gravy mix, and then that's going to go over our burgers when we get those made. But I wanted to get these on cooking right now. You know, lots of times cooking is just about timing. You have to figure out how long it takes to cook something, and then that way you can, you know which things to get started first. Like that oven has still not quite got to 450 yet, but it's getting close. So, you know, that's just part of learning to cook. So the next thing we're going to do while that's cooking, I'm going to get the burgers ready. And I just want you to know that we buy them like when they're on sale. You can get nice burgers that are already made into the burger patties, so you're not having to get your hands all in there and get, you know, all that meat all in your fingernails. But anyhow, these are already made into the patties. I am going to tweak them just a little bit, and you'll see that in just a minute. Let me get my my area cleaned up here. Okay, I'm back, and I've got the meat ready. I want to show you what I'm doing with it. Turn you down. Okay, I've got my meat patties right here, and I'm putting a little bit of biscuit right here on this thing. Then I'm going to lay those down. I've got a nice flat spatula type thing here, and I'm just mashing down. I'm going to add a little bit of biscuit on top so that it doesn't stick. Mashing down, just getting these a little bit thinner, and it mashes that biscuit into them, which that just makes them fry up pretty crisp, which is really nice. So now I'm just going to put them down in this this little dish, but I've got biscuit mixed with salt and pepper in this little dish. I hope you can see what I'm doing here. I think you can. And then I'm just putting them right on over here into the skillet. If you can see that, let me get you closer. Hold on. There. Now you can see I got the The onions and the mushrooms are cooking back here. By the way, the biscuits are in the oven now with the timer set for like 8 minutes. And got these burgers cooking. Go ahead and get the other two ready. So as soon as those shrink down a little bit, I'll put the other two in there. And let me get back with you. I need to go wash my hands. All right, I wanted you to see, I've already flipped one of these burgers, and I'm going to flip another one over. You can see how they're browning up really pretty. So those will be done pretty soon. The biscuits are ready. I got to get those out of the oven. It's been 9 minutes. Hold on. Okay, y'all, so I just heated about, sorry, I'm trying to show you, 3/4 of a stick of butter. And now I'm going to add in 1/4 of a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now, if you were going to have these biscuits for breakfast, you might not want to put the garlic powder in there. But this makes them taste so delicious. So I've got the biscuits right over here on this, let me get you over here where you can see. Here are the biscuits. They look really pretty, as you can see. And so now I'm going to start just drizzling that hot butter all over them and just let them soak in that. It'll look like it's way too much, but believe me, they'll soak it up and they'll be delicious. So let me get back to you in just a second. Okay, I wanted y'all to see how these are looking. It just, that butter on there just adds such a shine to them. And they'll soak up all this butter that's kind of drizzled around them. And they will be delicious. Let me see if I can get any more out of this bowl. All right, I think that got it. So there they are. Meat's cooking really good. I've just got one more to flip over. And got the onions and the mushrooms are nice and tender. So now I'm going to make the mashed potatoes. Hold on a second. Let me just get around. Okay, so now I'm going to make the mashed potatoes. And I am going to use instant mashed potatoes. Don't judge me. This is a quick and easy meal, right? So let me flip this meat over real quick and we'll get started with the mashed potatoes. Okay, I know that's noisy, I'm sorry. So I've got about 1 3/4 cup of, well, it's a cup of milk and 3/4 cup of water in this container. I'm adding in a teaspoon of salt and about 3 tablespoons of butter. Just put that all in there. This will just make them very good. Now you can heat this in the microwave to boiling. If you think you're not good with things not boiling over, then you could just put it in a boiler. So I think I'm just going to quickly put it in a boiler and let it go because I have been known to let things boil over in the microwave. So it'll take just a few seconds, to get this really hot. And then we'll just put in 2 cups of the instant mashed potatoes. I'll be right back with you. Okay, y'all, the mashed potatoes came together so quickly I didn't even have time to turn the camera on. So let me show you. I've got them mixed in here, and I'm just going to add a little sour cream in there just because I like sour cream and potatoes, so it should be good in mashed potatoes. And I think it'll help just make them that much better. So I'm just going to stir it in. You can stir in some garlic powder if you want garlic mashed potatoes. But you can see they just look like mashed potatoes. If you wanted them thinner than this, you just add a little bit more hot milk or hot water to them, and there you go. You've got your mashed potatoes. So now I've finished the meat. I poured the extra grease off out of the pan, and now I'm going to make the gravy to go in here. So I've got a cup of cold water in here. I'm going to add in the brown gravy mix, and ready to mix it up really good. There you go. There I go again. Sorry. I'm mixing it up with the, and then I'm going to add in a can of cream of mushroom soup. And this is how you just kind of make the things more homemade, by just adding your own taste to them, your own little kick. But you can see this meal, it's not a 15-minute meal, but it's definitely a quick meal. So just stir that together really good. And I'm going to pour it over here in the pan where I cooked the burgers. And we'll scrape up all those bits of pieces that are in the bottom. And just let that warm up. I'm going to put the onions and the mushrooms back in here. Scrape this stuff off. Get you closer where you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to scrape the whatever's stuck in the bottom of the pan, just those little bits. And where we cook the meat, just adds a little more flavor in here. That mushroom soup will get hot and thin out a little bit. We're going to add the meat back in there. I've got the meat back here. I'm going to put it in and put the onions in. So I'm just going to stick those down in this, like this. And you could just eat the burgers just like they are, but they've got a nice crunchy crust on them. Now I'm going to scrape all these onions down in here, mushrooms. So you can see, sorry I'm not left-handed, or I would have it where you could see what I'm doing better, but I'm just going to that all in there, and I'm going to flip these burgers over now, just so that they get this good sauce on both sides of them. And there you go. That is really ready to serve. I'm just going to let it set for a minute, because I want to quickly put together a salad, but it's really ready. Basically, dinner is served. All you have to do now is just go, get your bag of spinach or whatever kind of salad you like, throw it in a bowl, put your, some extra ingredients in there, like croutons, maybe some cheese, a little bit of crumbled up bacon if you have it, and then top it with your favorite dressing, and you've got a meal fit for a queen here. So y'all go try some of this. I think this is just, that's it. I mean, dinner's done quick, easy, and delicious. So thanks for cooking with me here at Home with Gigi. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss a new Meals in Minutes. See y'all next time.